And we are live!
Yes, what is going on, everybody? What is up, dorks, dorkims, dorkers, dorkettes? You know the vibe already. It is Monday, May 9th, 2022. It is 2:08 p.m. Eastern time here in Jersey, 68 degrees. It is starting to get nice warm out. I love this. It's fucking awesome. But this is a installment, if you will, of an Around the Point Extra. I hope all of you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day celebrating with your mothers, your aunts, grandmas, mother-in-laws, however it was that you got down for Mother's Day. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I, this year, did not get to celebrate Mother's Day with my mom, being that she left to Peru this past Saturday with my grandmother. They all went to Peru. The sisters basically went to Peru. My mom, my aunts, they wanted my grandma to celebrate it with my uncles who live out in Peru, basically. And yours truly had to take the drive to the airport. Now, normally when I drop off my mom to the airport, even my father, they would normally go through Newark Liberty Airport because, again, I do live in Jersey. This year, well, not this year, but for whatever reason, my mom decided to travel out through JFK. And yours truly had to drop her off at JFK. Now, the drive back and forth literally made me have a new fond of an appreciation for Newark Liberty Airport. Because let me tell you, driving to JFK is the most annoying thing in the fucking world. Factor in alone traffic. New York traffic, it rained. And people just have no fucking respect on the fucking road. They fucking don't. And again, your boy, managed to, come back and forth. And I'm like, you literally never again. I even told my mom, like, on the way over there to the airport, like, hey, yo, mom, let you know now, going forward, Newark Liberty Airport. We are not doing JFK. It's not happening never again. She agreed. My mom's a travel agent. So for her, she'll always encourage her customers whenever they travel out. They'll tell her, oh, but I've seen this low price on JF. If I travel through JFK, why can't I not just travel through JFK? The thing is, a lot of times, a lot of the folks that travel, they travel from Jersey. Just to drive, it's expensive as shit. Again, factor in, let's say you don't have anyone to drop you off at JFK, you got to rely on Uber. It's a fucking expensive ride. Just saying. And there was that. But other than that, we pulled through. Crazy weekend. There was no Around the Point this past weekend. I decided to give the gang the week off. I decided to, you know what? It's Mother's Day. I want them all celebrating with their moms, what have you. And there wasn't even a Wrestle Companion. You would think, hey, last night there was a pay-per-view. There was WrestleMania Backlash. And normally, we do the watch along, what have you. But being that it was Mother's Day, I wanted to give the gang the week off. We'll be back this Sunday with a live edition of Around the Point. Back to business as usual, if you will. And your boy was busy. Your boy was fucking busy here on the YouTube thing. This past Saturday, I was part of the watch along over on the True Heel Heat channel, We did a watch along for Impact Wrestling Under Siege. There was also the Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol fight, and of course UFC 274, which I'll get into in just a little bit. All right. But if you guys are new to the YouTube channel, please, oh, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video slash stream a big old thumbs up and share it through social media. You guys can check me out all over social media at Heel Steven. That is where you can check me out. That is where you can follow me and all that fun stuff. Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. You can check out Around the Point, literally in general, on all the podcasting platforms, but the big main ones are Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We do have a Discord server as well. And if you want to leave a donation, it's completely up to you. Please feel free to drop a donation on our super chat over on Streamlabs. All the links are down below in the description box below of the YouTube stream that you're watching this right now. Or if not, again, if you're on the playback, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification. You will be notified when the gang goes live and all that fun stuff. So let's get this out of the way. Literally on Sunday, it was WrestleMania Backlash. And I got to be honest with you, I thought this was kind of a waste. Now, for me, when you look back on Backlash, it's always just rematches of WrestleMania, hence the name, Backlash. But there was so much, I guess, excitement from some people. The idea of, oh, hey, we're going to get the tag team unification match, right, between the Usos and RK Bro. They're going to unify the tag titles. That looked like your main event. And out of nowhere, they decided, oh, you know what? What is Roman going to do on the show? So let's add Roman as well. Let's also add Drew McIntyre while we're at it. So they decided to say, fuck everything. We're going to just make this fucking 6-person tag. And yeah, that's what happened on the main event. And turns out that was the original plan all along. They were never really planning on unifying any tag titles here, which I'll get into in a little bit, okay? But overall, as far as a wrestling show goes, it wasn't, it's not going to blow your hair back. It really, really isn't. Not going to make you go crazy or anything like that. I just felt like it felt like literally a house show or just another episode of Monday Night Raw. The show kicked off with Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. And I really thought that was the best match on the show. Basically, two guys that literally went out there and tore the house down. Crazy back and forth. The one thing that I'll say that I did not like, what the fuck, if you will, on commentary, Jimmy Smith talked about how Cody hasn't been wrestling in 6 years since he left WWE in 2016. Oh, there's ring rust. He hasn't wrestled in 6 years, this and whatnot. But yet, we know he has. Like, the idea that they threw him that line to say was so fucking stupid. It's completely fucking stupid. Like, I'm supposed to sit here and pretend that his time in AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, right? Impact Wrestling, and on the independent circuit never happened. Considering this past Friday, they premiered on Peacock the Broken Skull Sessions with Steve Austin having Cody Rhodes as a guest, where Cody himself talked about his time on the independent circuit, talked about his time in New Japan, the formation of AEW. But yet here's Jimmy fucking Smith. There's Jimmy fucking Smith talking about, oh, Cody has been gone for so long. Looking in the chat here, what's up, DJ Eric? What's up, brother Steven? How are you, brother? How are you? Jinder Mahal, there was ring rust, lack of WWE ring time psychology, LOL. Well, if you say it like that, but still, I'm supposed to sit here and believe that Cody has been sitting at home for 6 years, sitting at home and rubbing thighs, if you will. But come on, it was so fucking stupid. I did hear I did love hear Cody talk about his time in OVW. Yeah, I'll get into that also in a little bit. My thoughts on that too. So, guys, just stick around here as well. They got a lot of things to get into. It's a Monday. I decided to go live because I really didn't go live on the channel for the whole week. Decided to give the gang the week off. It's Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day weekend. But I thought overall, really, to be honest, Cody and Seth was the best match on the show. If there's any match on this show that you go back out of your way and watch, it's Cody and Seth. And I love how, these two guys just have this amazing chemistry. I can watch these guys wrestle every single night. I say that now, but watch me say that now and then having a rematch later on tonight on Monday Night Raw or something. And but I do think that we're gonna get a third match, probably at Hell in a Cell. Do I want to see it inside the fucking cell? Not really. I know Cody has been teasing Money in the Bank and how he could probably cash in at WrestleMania and all that. It's gonna happen, people. Cody, being the guy or being the WWE champion. I bit myself there for a second. It's gonna fucking happen. Just give it time, folks. Give it fucking time. But I thought again, Cody getting the win here was very good. Again, I can see these guys wrestle every single fucking week. Fucking amazing. Chef's kiss. What was not good was Omos and Bobby Lashley going at it again. The big guy just can't sell for shit, man. The chicken breast that I fucking marinated today did a much better sell job than fucking Omos. I feel bad for Bobby Lashley here. I really, really do. I feel like, this guy was WWE champion a couple of months ago. This guy was going into the road to WrestleMania as a WWE champion before the Saudi Arabia show, right? He beat Brock Lesnar. Even, there was help from Roman Reigns, whatever the fuck you want to refer to it as, whatever. But he was on top of the world, and now here he is wrestling the big guy. And now they're giving him a nickname, the Nigerian Nightmare. Awesome sauce. Why the fuck not? Again, it's just brutal to sit through. I feel really bad for Bobby. He deserves better than this. I know what I feel like also. I feel like Vince really went up to Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, pal. I need you to do me a solid here. I need you to make the big guy look real strong. And I'm sure we all heard this line before. I'll owe you one. I'll owe you one, pal. Goddamn, pal. I'll owe you one. I feel like we heard that before. But Bobby deserves better here. Bobby got the almost said Bobby got the win. Bobby locked in the hurt lock. The fucking hurt lock and shit. And Omos broke out of it. And with help from MVP, Omos got the win. It's sad that WWE had Lashley as champion over a year ago and now wrestling a walking, talking porta potty Omos. You said it yourself, man. And again, Bobby does deserve better, and I hope he does. And listen, the big guy, the next thing, the big guy probably going to get a push. We'll see what happens with him. From there, we go to Edge versus AJ Styles in a one-on-one match where Damian Priest was banned from ringside. They had the match on Monday, Styles and Damian Priest, where Styles won. Priest would be banned from ringside. So that happened. And I really thought, these two guys here had a better match than the WrestleMania match. That's what I felt like. They were going back and forth. There's a spot where Edge tossed Styles. He grabbed his leg and he just catapulted him, right? Into like the middle turnbuckle on the outside. It really looked brutal. It really, really did. It made you think though also, okay, if Damian Priest is banned from ringside, does that mean that Finn Balor, right? Finn Balor would help Styles, right? Because they never say anything about Finn Balor. Could there also be a new member of Judgment Day, which I found out? Call me late to the party. They just literally named the faction Judgment Day, which I'm all for. What is going on, Weston? What's going on? I didn't mind the match, but it could have been better. Fair enough. So they're going back and forth, and what do you know? Damian Priest shows up. He's like literally by he walks, but there's like this line almost from like the stage, the ramp, if you will, and the line, the fucking where the ring's at and shit. And Finn Balor comes out. And they're brawling. They get in the ring and they're brawling. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, wait a minute there, player. Hold on there, player. I wish I had the Theodore Long clip right now. God damn it. Now that you think about it, right? He shows up. They're brawling. Styles is on the top turnbuckle. He's on the top rope, if you will. And someone with nice thighs, if you will, rub between them thighs, people. Rub between them thighs. Literally pushed Styles off the top rope, and Edge got the win. He literally made AJ Styles tap out. Made him tap out. And it was revealed that Rhea Ripley was the new member of Judgment Day. You know what will make this even better, man? You want to know what it is? Let me tell you. Tonight on Raw, get a 6-person intergender match, playa. We get Edge, Damian Priest, Liv Morgan. Literally, we get Damian Priest, Edge, and Rhea Ripley, Judgment Day, versus Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and the newest member of the BC, Liv Morgan. Too sweet me, brother. Too sweet me, pal. Too sweet me. That's probably what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw. So there's that. Thirsty there for a second. Getting nice outside. Really getting nice outside. But we'll see what they do with those people. We'll see what they do. From there, we go to Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair in the I Quit match. I'll be honest with you guys. This match, I wasn't feeling it. And I'm not saying it was a bad match. It just wasn't for me. I didn't need the stipulation. I really didn't fucking need it. They were chanting I quit. Right? Now, I'm happy it's not one of those things, but we've seen this before, right? I quit matches where the referee every 2 seconds would go grab the microphone and to the wrestler, do you quit? Do you quit? Do you quit? Like every 2 fucking seconds. We didn't get that here, which I was like, all right, cool. The buildup, let's be honest, it's been the bleeding fucking shits. I do not know anyone out there that's actually been enjoying the program of Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. No one. Not a single peep. And they have this match. They're wrestling on the outside. There's a callback to a spot from back in 2016 between Charlotte and Sasha Banks, where I guess Charlotte had, in this instance, Ronda in between the railing and had her like in a camel clutch. And it's one of those things where, again, it's a callback. There's a spot on the outside where they're hitting each other with kendo sticks, right? There's chase the Cobra Kai, I guess, if you will. And you would think, okay, with Drew Gulak getting his ass handed to by both women, they would probably put him in this match as a referee or something. Nope, nothing. Somewhere in this match, Pat McAfee with the line, is that the Fiend now I guess in the stand? The Fiend's in the stands? Vince probably gone his ear. God damn it, pal. God damn it. Damn it, Pat. But, Pat McAfee makes all this money. So he's not going to, let him go or anything. Let's be honest here. But it's all said and done, though. On Mother's Day, Ronda Rousey made Charlotte Flair I quit with an armbar wrapped around by the steel chair. Now, word is going around that Charlotte Flair will be taking time off. For those who don't know, homegirl's getting married. She is getting married to Andrade. Congratulations to both. I'm telling you now, man. I'm telling you guys right now. When they have a kid, which should not be anytime soon, but if it happens, it happens. That kid is gonna be a young goat in the wrestling business. I'm telling you right now. There's gonna be so much expectation if that child ever decides to get into pro wrestling. You see, he'll get from the father, right? Andrade, the love of pro wrestling, lucha libre, the passion for it, right? The desire. And then the Charlotte Flair side, it's the last name. Like, hey, yo, my abuelo's Ric Flair. Woo, if you will. We got Roman. There's nothing boring about that match last night. Fair enough. But to each their own. I mean, again, the buildup is it's just not. I haven't been feeling, to be honest, if you will. Ronda versus Charlotte is just a boring feud. Nobody asked for. Heel, I guess you were responding. I agree. At True Heel Romeo, Damian was still at ringside, but hey, WWE booking for you. It was a hell of a match between them two. They told a great story. Fair enough. Can't believe the pre-stipulation, and he still ends up at ringside. Anyways, Edge and Priest have to be punished for that. Give them a fine, man. Find these two guys, yo. Find them. AJ Styles versus Edge might lead to a Judgment Day match, uh, Bullet Club match later on. We'll see. We'll see. I agree with Bully Ray. They should have saved the reveal of Rhea being the newest member until tonight instead of revealing it last night. Them thighs, though. Yeah, rubbing between them thighs, baby. Rub between them thighs. But I think, honestly, what you needed, though, here, the reason why there was revealing, I think also the fact that you needed something to talk about. Oh, you missed it, man, the pay-per-view. But I get what you're saying. So there was that. Charlotte Flair taking time off. Ronda's now the SmackDown Women's Champion on Mother's Day, right? Happy Mother's Day and all that stuff. Who's going to be basically challenging her next? I get the feeling it's going to be Lacey Evans, which, God, no, not now. I know that she reappeared on SmackDown. She wanted everyone to rise and to cheer for her and clap for her for all the stuff that she's been through. However, if it's up to me, I can think of one person right now, and there's a history there. And no, it's not Natty. Hell no. Give me Shayna Baszler. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you, Romeo. Give me Ronda versus Shayna. There's history there. And not for nothing, probably someone that can give Ronda a fight. That should know her ins and outs, what's her strength and what's her weaknesses. But we shall see how they will, we'll see what happens with that. From there, we go to Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. Listen, I want to see Madcap Moss succeed, climb the mountain, what have you. Not really climb the mountain, but you kind of get where I'm going with it, right? Thrive in WWE. I was a big fan when he was teaming up with Tino Sabatelli back in NXT as Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli. I even said back then, when they were a team, I got a vibe of power and glory from those two. For whatever reason, I did. I know it may come off as random, but I did. That being said, this match was just there. No one cared. No one cared at all. I also forgot to reference during the Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey match, there was a "We want tables" chants, like fucking crazy. Like you knew it was piped in. But back to Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. This match just felt like a TV show match, and for Baron Corbin, for Happy Corbin, I'm sure, hey, do the honors for a young guy on the roster, give him an opportunity, right? They had that segment the night after WrestleMania. And the one thing, though, with Madcap Moss, listen, get him out of those suspenders. Give him some actual wrestling gear. Give him some kick pads, even though he might not even throw kicks, because that's the new trend now with these wrestlers nowadays. Let them wear some kick pads, but they don't throw any fucking kicks. So there's that as well. Madcap got the win with a sunset flip of all fucking things. My God. My fucking God. But there was that. And then we got the main event, the 6-person tag here. The Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. The match at first was kind of bumpy, but then it picked up near the end. It picked up, right? Or encountered a Roman Spear to an RKO out of nowhere. There was a table spot on the outside. They were going all over the place. People were chanting, "This is awesome," right? It was great. The one thing I'll say, though, this was probably Orton's best performance in God knows how long. Not only that, I know they're going to give you guys, coming out of this, Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. And I'm fine with that. That's totally fine. However, I don't know about any of you guys, But for yours truly, I really, really would rather see right now, and I know he's one half of the tag team champions on Monday Night Raw. I would much rather see Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. You know, plans change, pal. Plans change. I would much, but yeah, I get that. But I'd rather see that though. I know people want to see Drew versus Roman, but honestly, do people really want to see Drew versus Roman right now? Seriously, do y'all really want to see that right now? Right now, I don't know what it is coming out of that RKO that he got that count or whatever. I would much rather see Roman versus Randy. You know, um, just a crazy near the end there. Um, there was a tag that we didn't see, right? But Roman Reigns at the end of it all ended up pinning Matt Riddle, which again made sense because think about it, right? Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He celebrated 20th year anniversary a couple of weeks ago. Drew McIntyre is next to feud with Roman Reigns, so let's just pin Riddle. Reading your comments, by the way. Let's see here. Give me Ronda versus Shayna by True Heel Romeo. Or Bailey. Bailey could be next. We don't know what's going to be happening with her. I feel like she should have been back by now, but she hasn't. Madcap versus Happy Corbett was good for what it was overall. Who really cares? You can have Randy versus Roman, but Randy cannot win. Cody has to be the guy that wins. And I agree with that also. I agree with that. It has to be Cody. It has to be fucking Cody. I agree with True Heel Romeo. On that last night's pay-per-view, felt like you're in your house because the main event had no championships on the line in just an all six-man brawl. Playa. I want to see Riddle versus Roman while we at it. That too. Again, you want to throw Roman some bodies until we get to SummerSlam. I would rather see Orton versus Roman too. And also, this match did surprise a lot of people, but he did leave me still with a little spot because again, there was nothing at stake. And now the thing too, you would think winner takes all, nothing. There was celebration of the bloodline, and that's how they ended the show. You know, so that was WrestleMania Backlash. I know there's also reports going around that Roman Reigns signed a new contract for less dates, which is cool. Awesome. He deserves that. He's earned that right to work less house shows, spend more time at home. Good for him. He deserves it. He fucking deserves it. I know he cut a promo at a house show in Trenton, New Jersey, which you will never see me in fucking Trenton, New Jersey. He cut a promo talking about or teasing the idea that, hey, he might be leaving, which we know he will eventually. My man's going off to Hollywood soon. I think it was Orton who said on the bump that Roman has the same agent as The Rock. They have the same agent. You best believe Roman Reigns, when it's all said and done, is going to be heading to Hollywood. Just like Rock did, just like Cena did, Roman is next. But the problem is, that's cool and dandy, but who does WWE have next? Who do you have ready? You know, you look at NXT, right? Braun Breaker, who I think is going to be the guy down the road, is not ready yet. Carmelo Hayes, who I think has a huge potential. Reality is not ready for that spot yet either. They will be down the road. I would say at this point, someone like Cody Rhodes. Cody needs to be the one. When it's all said and done, when Roman goes on his way. Could think about this, yo. For Roman Reigns, once he loses the belt, that's it. What else is he gonna do? Who is he gonna feud with after? Do you really want to see Roman chase? No, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Chief writes here, you still think a unification match will happen for the tag titles, but both brand divisions need it. I don't think they will happen because the network don't want it. Apparently, there I go again. Apparently, Steve. But we shall see. Easy Canelo signs for WWE. They're done. We'll get into also in a little bit. I'll get into it as well. But that WrestleMania Backlash, Roman again signing a new deal. Good for him for less dates. He deserves it. Again, my man's on his way to Hollywood when it's all said and done. I did catch Under Siege. I didn't catch the entire show. I was with the True Heel Heat gang, and they were doing the watch along. I watched parts of it, but really, to be honest, I was more focused for the UFC that Saturday and the Canelo fight. But some quick tidbits here. Mia Yim did make a return to Impact, saving Taya Valkyrie from Deonna Purrazzo. So that's good to hear as well. Sami Callihan is back in Impact. He attacked Moose. The Briscoes have won the Impact Tag Team title, so congratulations for them. Them boys, no matter where they go, they touch gold. Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I could have swear, New Japan. I think they won tag titles in New Japan. I could be wrong. They were. They were IWGP Tag Team Champs in New Japan. GCW, them boys, good for them. Good for them, though. Also on the show, Trey Miguel and Ace Austin went at it for the X Division title. Ace Austin is going to be headed to Japan to be part of Best of Super Juniors. So you want him, to have some momentum. So it made sense that he got the win. In the main event, Tomohiro Ishii went up against champion Josh Alexander, and they had a fucking banger. A fucking banger. When it was all said and done, Josh Alexander got the fucking win. So there was that also. In case you guys don't know as well, your boy is heading to Chicago for the Forbidden Door. AEW New Japan Forbidden Door sold out at the United Center. It was crazy. There was a pre-sale on Thursday. Pre-sale. And me, I went on my, my mobile device here. I got on the mobile device and, try to get tickets, right? They always tell you, be there 10 minutes prior in the queue and all that shit. And literally, they went on sale at 11 a.m. here on the East Coast, 10 p.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, I'm sorry. And just like that, they sold out. They kept 3,000 tickets on hold for the general public sale, but they sold 11,000 tickets just like that. It's fucking incredible. And yes, I waited and waited and waited and nothing, bro. Nothing. I couldn't get anything. Like, what the fuck, So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to wait till Friday. I'm going to wait till Friday to get this done, but we're going to do the damn thing. Friday hits, same shit. Tickets flew like that. So I'm here wondering, what the fuck am I going to do here? Because here's the thing about it, right? I'm going to Chicago anyway because it's my birthday weekend. And also I'm visiting my brother who lives in Chicago. So I have somewhere to crash to. I have somewhere to crash for that weekend, for that trip. So I was going to go there. And can you imagine I go to Chicago that weekend and I don't go to Forbidden Door? That's like going to Dallas for WrestleMania weekend, right? You go to all these shows, but you don't go to WrestleMania. That's like going to the strip club just to watch the DJ perform on the turntable and shit. So you truly had to go to a third-party site. But I managed to get a ticket, so I have a ticket. I'm happy, excited. Mind you, they sold out. People were kind of like, oh, you see, they sold out, scalper, this and that. People still complained. I know this Alfred dude is probably holding the biggest L right now, if you will. I know Alfred as we speak. Basically, didn't he say that, catering to the hardcore wouldn't work, it wouldn't sell out? Hey, Alfred.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
There you go, buddy. So there was that. I'm going to Chicago, Forbidden Door. It's going down. Good on AEW, good on New Japan. There's no matches announced yet. Keep that in mind also. And tickets are sold out. Was it a nightmare to secure tickets? Yes, it was, Chief. Yes, it was. Let me tell you. Have fun, heel. Thank you, TN Couponer. Them boys, hashtag them boys. Do you think Roman will match the lengthy reign of Hogan? 4 years? I don't think so, man. I don't know. My grammar is bad right now. Sorry. Fair enough. Uh, fair enough. Fair enough. My prediction for main event is Okada versus Punk. Gee, I hope. Yo, what is going on, Big Mike? What is going on? But I'm excited. Your boy's going to Chicago. It should be a fun time and all that fun stuff. But I do hope they have more activities for that weekend. I'm pretty sure GCW will add a show, out of nowhere. So there's that too. I did hear rumblings that Warrior Wrestling will run a show. So I look forward to that too. But more than anything, I look forward to spending my birthday weekend with my brother. So there's that also. So there's that. Moving on here. It was a busy night of combat sports. Let's get into the boxing real quick. This past Saturday, Canelo Alvarez moved up in weight to challenge Dimitri Bivol for the, I want to get my facts right here, okay? Canelo versus Bivol, right? I want to say it was for the WBA light heavyweight champion. So basically, Canelo went up to 178. And, again, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend, so you already knew, like, it was going to be crazy, right? And normally it is. Whenever Canelo fights, it's a party. It really, really is. And let's be honest here, a lot of you thought Canelo got this in the bag, yo. Canelo got this, yo. Because it's Canelo. Canelo Alvarez, right? The Cinnamon Don. The fucking Cinnamon Don. Got this in the bag, right? But yeah, y'all must have forgot, Dimitri Bivol ain't no fucking joke. And that's what we saw. Dimitri Bivol put the work in on Canelo Alvarez. Literally put him to work. Had him against the ropes. Threw some heavy shots. And let's be honest here too, Let's be honest here too for a second. Whenever Canelo fights, Canelo was always the A side. Canelo, these judges, you would have thought, okay, this guy has to knock out Canelo Alvarez to literally get a legitimate win. Because you can't trust these judges. Boxing at times can be very fucking shady. Boxing at times can be shady as shit when you think about it. And my, oh my, the right person got the win. Dimitri Bivol got the win, marking Canelo's second loss in his career. The last time he lost, 2013, to Floyd Money Mayweather, almost 10 years ago. Now, in case you guys don't know, there is a rematch happening. There's a rematch clause in the contract. We don't know when, but I'm just saying right now, if you do a rematch, hear me out. You do it in the Estadio Azteca in Mexico. Because I want to believe, Canelo Alvarez, before it's all said and done, my man's fighting in Mexico. He is getting a fight in Mexico. He really, really, if you got questions, guys, feel free to shoot your question down below in the chat. All right? Shoot them down in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Shoot them away, if you will. Shoot them fucking away. But I really do believe, again, when it's all said and done, Canelo Alvarez is going to get his fight in Mexico in Estadio Azteca. And it makes sense. Hey, it's a rematch. He wants to avenge a loss. There you go. Canelo got outclassed. He did. And that's the thing about it. When you think about it, Canelo Alvarez did not have to go up in weight. He didn't have to take this fight. Canelo Alvarez, when you think about it, has not ducked anybody. He's fought everyone that you put in front of him. And that what makes him so amazing as a fighter. He ducks nobody. Everyone there, he fought everyone, right? He fought Floyd Mayweather, which we all know he got outboxed. Arislandi Lara, El Perro Aguero, right? Miguel Cotto, Amir Khan, Triple G 2 times. Caleb Plant, right? The list goes on of all the guys he fought. Billy Joe Saunders, right? And he's always fought everyone head on. Head on. And here he fought someone that was bigger than him, completely, and just outpowered him. He got out, nothing worked for Canelo here. But I don't want no one to say, oh, it's the end of Canelo. It's not. It's not. He'll be back. He will be fucking back. Okay. Let's not write him off. Let's not write him off, people. Okay. Let's not. But I'm just saying the rematch, Estadio Azteca, Mexico. Hear me out. Just saying. I want part 3 for Canelo and Triple G. I would too, but Triple G looks his age, man. He really, really does. Canelo got outclassed. There you go. I wrote that in the comments. Give him a little credit for a great game. He did. He stuck to a game because he knew, listen, this is the biggest stage for him right now. You are fighting the biggest name in boxing right now. To make every moment count. Make every moment count. Look at the scorecard. Look at the scorecard for the Canelo fight. It's bad. Yeah, it was bad. He only won maybe one round, if you will. Don't forget the Kentucky Derby, last minute substitute to 80-1 odds, won the race. So there you go. Fair enough. But only time will tell, and we'll see what happens with that. Now let's get into UFC 274. I thought overall, the last 2 fights I thought really delivered here. I know on the show, Shogun Rua fought OSP in a rematch. I thought Shogun got the win, but they didn't give it to him. Kind of sucks, but the fact that Shogun is still doing the damn thing at this age, at this stage of the game, amazing. But I do think, though, man, it's time to hang him up, if you ask me. Also on the show, you had Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler, 2 guys that are coming off losses, right? And for Tony Ferguson, for all the claim that he's been making this past week, building up to the fight for bigger pay and all that stuff, considering that he's coming off 3 losses, right? He had something to prove here. Michael Chandler as well, coming off a loss to Justin Gaethje in that amazing fight a couple of months ago in New York. And it was everything that you saw in that first round. Just fucking amazing. And then it was all said and done. Michael Chandler put Tony Ferguson to sleep with the kick. And I know this photo has been surfacing the internet like crazy. But Michael Chandler did get the win. The women's UFC fight was an awful showcase, which we'll get into just a little bit as well. But it was all said and done. Michael Chandler got the win. And then he cut this amazing promo where he's calling out, Charles Oliveira, which we'll get into also in a second here. He called out, again, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier. He called out Justin Gaethje. Again, the rematches you can make with Michael Chandler, right? And he even called out Conor McGregor, wants to fight Conor McGregor at 170, at welterweight level. My boy's a fucking savage. He really, really is. But that's the thing. We don't know what's next for Michael Chandler right now. You would think, hey, maybe a title fight. Honestly, I would be more intrigued in a Conor McGregor fight, really, to be honest with you. But we shall see. And then we got, and again, the women's match, Rose Namajunas, Carla Esparza 2. It was a shit show. It really, really was. But they thought that Carla Esparza got the win. So Carla Esparza has 2 wins over Rose Namajunas. And then we get to the main event of the evening. Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight title. The controversy here is what happened the day before at the weigh-in. Charles Oliveira missed weight. He was a half a pound over. And by virtue of being a half a pound over, he was stripped of the UFC lightweight title. Meaning, had Justin Gaethje beat Oliveira on Saturday night, he would have been the new UFC lightweight champion. Had Charles Oliveira won, he would have just been the number 1 contender for a vacant belt. So the belt became vacant. So vacant gets himself another belt. In the meantime, now listen, when it's all said and done, obviously Charles Oliveira got the job done, choked out Justin Gaethje, and is now the number one contender. To my understanding, he weighed in on a digital scale, and it said 155. I don't know why they're not using digital scales at this stage of the game. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the fact all that he couldn't lose a half a pound within an hour, which was even crazier in itself. I know rules are rules, but come on. It's time to get with times now. Enough of these like doctor scales and shit. Like we have one at the gym, and even I can't work that shit. I can't. I need a digital scale. That being said, your boy's right now at 285. Just saying. Even though yesterday I had some Korean barbecue, so I'm probably, 290, I'm right now probably, 289, 290, but we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. That being said, though, for Charles Oliveira, it sucks, man. It really, really does. To literally lose your belt because of a half a pound, because of some whatever, because of this reason, it's so stupid. In the eyes of people, yes, he's still the UFC lightweight champion. He won on Saturday night. And let's be honest here. How many of you wrote him off? How many of you wrote him off when he fought Tony Ferguson? How many of you literally thought El Kukui was going to beat Charles Oliveira? Even though Charles Oliveira over the years has been known to literally just give up easy and all that shit, right? How many of you wrote him off in the Michael Chandler fight when Michael Chandler had him dropped multiple times in round one, and then in round two, Michael Chandler gets dropped and finished by Charles Oliveira? How many of you wrote him off during the Dustin Poirier fight? How many of you literally thought Dustin Poirier, who came off a win off Conor McGregor for the third fight, right, was gonna beat Charles Oliveira and become the new UFC lightweight champion? I was one of them. I literally thought, all right, man, it's Poirier's time. He's gonna do it. And nope. In round 3, Charles Oliveira submits Dustin Poirier. So I kind of knew going into this fight, I'm not gonna sleep on Charles Oliveira, even though he did get dropped. But Gaethje fought smart, made him get up. Because he knew, like, yo, I'm not going to play your ground game, bro. Fuck that. But somewhere in the fight in round 1, he got caught. Somewhere in this shit, he got caught. Somewhere in this, yo, Gaethje got caught. And then what do you know? Charles Dubox Oliveira literally went in there and just put him to sleep like a fucking like a snake. Got on his back, locked in the choke. It was over. It's done. And Charles Oliveira needed to literally made a statement. Made a fucking statement. As he needed to. So now the title's vacant. I say what you do next. If it was up to me, him and Islam Makhachev. Really, to be honest, I say Islam Makhachev. But I know Dana wants Islam to fight Dariush, so that's probably going to happen. But really, to be honest, though, in my opinion, it's still Charles's belt. Off of technicality, it's ridiculous. But that was the weekend, man. That was the weekend. That was Sunday. Again, I just wanted to get here. I just wanted to come on here, be live for a little bit. We decided again to give the gang a week off. It's Mother's Day week, Mother's Day weekend, and I hope all of you Again, had a good time spending it with your mothers, your grandmothers, your aunts, whoever you view as a mother figure. Let's put it that way. For me, my mom went to Peru. She'll be back in a couple of weeks. And then after that, I'm off to Chicago. I can't wait for that. I really, really cannot wait for that. More importantly, also, I get to see my brother. I said that earlier, but there you go with that as well. But I just wanted to come on here for a little bit, give my quick thoughts and all that stuff. Because it's been a minute. All right, it's been a minute. It feels like it's been a minute, even though it really just been a week, if you will. So there's that too. All right. I want to thank you all for tuning in. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here now. Keep this under an hour. Why not? I know a lot of you right now are probably on your lunch breaks, whatever the fuck it may be. But I want to wrap this up now. Here you go. There you go. Question here from Romeo. What do you think? What you think of the wording during the Money in the Bank commercial that the winner will have a chance to main event WrestleMania? That's creative. That's really, really creative. You know, I didn't get to see the commercial yet, to be fair, but I think it's very creative. It's another way. But again, if it was up to me, you have the winner of the Money in the Bank meet the winner of the Royal Rumble. And the winner of that gets to go to WrestleMania. But the thing about it also, you know, when you win Money in the Bank, you have a calendar, you have until a whole calendar year to cash in. And I remember years ago, Mr. Kennedy, Ken Anderson, for those of you who are wondering who the fuck is Ken Kennedy, right? Wanted to cash in at next year's WrestleMania. And they had like this countdown and shit. And obviously Edge won the briefcase from Ken Kennedy. So there's that, Romeo. It's a possibility. And if it's Cody, smart way, but I would think you'd have to heal it up a little bit, you know? Does this loss knock Canelo out of the GOAT conversation? No. Because now you want to see him bounce back. That's what makes GOATs as well. Those that can overcome adversity and can bounce back. I'll give you this example. You know, look at Anthony Joshua when he fought Andy Ruiz. How many of you wrote him off after that fight? I know a bunch of motherfuckers wrote AJ out of it. Like, he's done. And then he went to Abu Dhabi, and my boy fought the way he had to fight him. Defensively, smart, and beat Andy Ruiz. And then obviously he lost to Usyk, but you know, it is what it is. But that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm about to head to the gym in a little bit and come back later on for Monday Night Raw and all that stuff. And there's that. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you are new to the YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the bell notification. Please hit the thumbs up. You're notified whenever I upload a video or go live with Around the Point. Again, Around the Point returns this Sunday. Back to our regular programming here. Right, back to regular programming. It's that again to give the gang the week off, if you will. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Heel Steven. Around the Point is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, to name you a few of the major podcasting platforms where you can listen to Around the Point. We have a Discord server, links down below in the description box below. I will be in Chicago for Forbidden Door. If you're going to be there, let me know. A lot of fun stuff. That's going to be it for me, guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, guys, we are out of here. Thank you all. You guys have been awesome as always. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And we'll see you guys back in here Sunday for Around the Point. Peace out, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.